This season, the Calgary Flames got to see the unexpected rise of Martin Pospisil. And look, he's an aggressive player. He's got a little bit of grit to his game, but he is a fan favorite here in Calgary. He became one instantly. Is that the case for the rest of the league? No, they've got some problems with him with some of his dirty hits and suspensions that he had, but there's no denying that he is very important to this Calgary Flames team. And Ryan Huska, no, the thumbnail isn't clickbait, really did call him a rat. Before we get into all of that, I just want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe because less than 20% of the people watching are subscribed. So if you want to stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames, then make sure you join the fastest growing community of Flames fans on the internet. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And let's just get right into it. You know, Martin Pospisil, he's got a bit of a reputation now around the league, and it's not exactly a fantastic one. It's verging on Brad Marchand territory. Not so far as to say Nick Cousins, but he's getting up there. But that, you know, he still has so much potential. He plays such a vital role for this Flames team that they really have been lacking since Matthew Tkachuk got traded to the Florida Panthers. Sorry about my little stumble there. I got a little notification at the top of my laptop as I was recording from the old boss. Want to make sure I wasn't in trouble. But anyway, a guy who got into a bit of trouble this season was Martin Pospisil, of course, with those suspensions. Now, let's take a look at an article written in the Calgary Herald by Wes Gilbertson once again, and this was the title of it. Every night he was a rat. Why Martin Pospisil was the Flames' best story this season. Yes, he really was one of the best stories for the Flames, if not the best. He is already on the short list of the NHL's most effective pests. That's a good way to put it. He is despised by opponents. He has been labeled by some as dirty. Yes, the nice way of saying it is that, you know, he is an effective pest, but he is disliked by quite a few fan bases now. The Jets are definitely one, the Kraken another. I mean, the Oilers hate every single Flames player, but he has got that dirty label. And, you know, do you think Martin cares about that? Not really. Let's see what he had to say about this. So during his end of season interview at the Saddle Dome, the rambunctious and sometimes controversial rookie was asked about his reputation around the NHL. The answer was as unapologetic and blunt as each of his 232 hits that he delivered in his first campaign with the Calgary Flames. Actually, I don't really care, Pospisil replied. Woo-hoo! Wow, couldn't have said it any better. Keeping a mostly straight face as teammate Connor Zary, also seated at the podium, burst into a wide smile. So as you can see, Pospisil has fully embraced his role, his reputation, you know. Saying he's dirty is in some ways valid. That is taking it a little far. It's not like, you know, he's really hurt anyone too bad. I mean, that being said, you always got to do stuff within the rules, or else you will be labeled as a bit of a dirty guy. And, you know, he's admitted before that, you know, he kind of does need to tone it down a little bit with some of these hits. But he's exactly what the Flames need. And it's great for him because there was a strong chance that he wasn't going to continue playing hockey at all. With his history of concussions, with his history of injuries. And, you know, he's got some skill, but not enough to really crack a lineup without having that kind of pest aggressor label on him, that role that is just so vital to the Flames. Now let's continue the article here. Pospisil, who will be representing Slovakia next month at the World Championship Tournament, is already on the short list of NHL's most effective pests. He's despised by opponents. He's been labeled by some as dirty. He was awesome this year, praised Flames coach Ryan Huska. Yes, the coach even knows just how good he was. He was awesome. If you look at our team, there was one guy that I thought changed that 2-7-1 start, had an impact on flipping the script a little bit on our season, and that was Marty. Every night, he was a rat, if I can say that. So Huska throwing in a little bit of sense of humor there. I mean, if you actually watch what he said, he didn't say it with, you know, the most humor involved, but he's a bit of a straight-faced guy as well, just like how Pospisil answered the question very bluntly. But even then, Ryan Huska, to call him a rat is hilarious because a rat obviously is not a good thing to be called. No one wants to be called a rat, but in this case, it's a good way. He's a good kind of rat. He gets under the opponent's skin. It's almost like the rat from Ratatouille, you know, that goes on in the chef's hat and starts and helps the team. That's exactly what Pospisil's doing. He's pretty much the Ratatouille of the NHL. What was that rat? Remy or something? Remy Pospisil. Okay, I'm getting carried away here. But either way, It's so funny him being called a rat this way in a positive way. It's kind of like, exactly what Tkachuk used to do, get under the opponent's skin. That Tkachuk still does. So does his brother Brady over in Ottawa, kind of like Brad Marchand in Boston. It's a good thing that the Flames needed because they have been missing this since the departure of Matthew Tkachuk. Pospisil says he knows he has to be smarter with some hits, though, because, as we've seen, he's gotten suspended, some of his opponents have gotten injured, and he has a risk of injury as well. Indeed, Pospisil has a big league skill set, blazing speed, and some sneaky moves, but it's his snarky side that made him an immediate fan favorite at the Saddledome, and someone that both enemy skaters and referees always seem to be aware of. In 63 appearances as a freshman, he racked up 109 penalty minutes, the first Flames player into triple digits since the equally irritating Matthew Tkachuk in his own rookie campaign. Yes, it's been a while since the Flames have had a 100 penalty minute man. Pospisil would have easily doubled that total if he accepted all his invitations to dance. Yep, get the Tillies going. But he steers clear of fights because of his history of head injuries. Last winter, after sustaining his 5th career concussion in a minor league scrap, he worried he might be forced to retire. So really this was do or die for Martin Pospisil's career in order to, develop this role and really find a place on the Calgary Flames team, because even his spot on the Wranglers wasn't exactly guaranteed, as we will get into here. This season, it meant a lot, Pospisil told Post Media after his exit meeting at the Saddledome. I was just thinking about it, that last year, around this time of the year, I was maybe thinking to quit hockey. And I finally got healthy, but then I didn't make the team for Wranglers in the playoffs. Yeah, he wasn't even on the Wranglers team last year, let alone up in the NHL, so it's great that he got healthy and found his game. And then all of a sudden, in 1 year, you're part of the team with the Flames. Everything happened so fast. I think I still need a couple weeks to realize what really happened over the last few months. I was just enjoying every day. And that's great to see. It's great to see that, he's fallen back in love with hockey. It truly has become his profession, his career. And I've said it a million times in this video, but finding that role on this team was not only exactly what he needed, but exactly what the Flames needed, and he has cemented himself in this lineup and has become a fan favorite at the same time. Martin Pospisil is loved in the city of Calgary and by Flames fans across the planet, and I'm so happy for him. Now, speaking of the Wranglers, let's get into some playoffs. And no, I'm not talking about the NHL playoffs. Those are overrated. Who cares about the NHL playoffs? We're talking about the AHL playoffs, and they start today. And of course, the Wranglers are representing Calgary in the Calder Cup playoffs. First game is tonight. They play all three, best of three anyway, in Tucson against the Roadrunners. The Wranglers open that up tonight at 8 p.m. You can watch it on AHL TV. It says right there. Should be in a very exciting series. The Wranglers recently got some Flames players, I guess you could say, that can help them out. Coronado, Pelche's been there for a little while now. Dustin Wolf's back down. Solovyov, the Wranglers have a very, very good team. And we've seen how good the Wranglers have been in the past few seasons here. So it should be very exciting. And of course, we will keep you updated with the Wranglers playoff coverage on Flames Digest. It should be very, very fun. I hope I can tune into that one. Now let's finish off this video with the comment of the day. And this one involves yesterday's video of predicting who the on-ice reunion might be in Calgary. A lot of people think it's going to be Monahan. That seems like the runaway option here for the Flames to reunite with. A lot of people said a lot of things. It was so fun looking down at the comments. But easily the comment that got the most likes was this one here by Concrete, and what I'm not going to say. I would be open to taking Gaudreau back as long as he doesn't have an NTC and we trade his A instantly to San Jose. Yes, Johnny Gaudreau isn't exactly a loved man like Martin Pospisil in the city of Calgary or around the Flames organization. He had the chance to be here, and he took a pay cut and went to Columbus. What a fat L that was. And I got to be honest, I loved Johnny Gaudreau when he was a Flame. He was easily my favorite player. And then that decision, no. Just like many other Flames fans, I completely see him in a different way. And that's just hilarious. Sure, let's reacquire Gaudreau and then instantly send him to the worst team in the NHL where he can do even worse there than he's been doing in Columbus. I just thought that was a very funny one, and it really was on the side of the sea of red there. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today and enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it is wonderful.